Okay, students, today we're working on Math Lesson 3.2, which is estimating products. Your objective today is, I can estimate products by rounding or using compatible numbers. Estimating products can make math problems easier. Here's the riddle for this this lesson rather. What did the little lobster get on his math test? You'll find out at the end. Okay, method number 1 is using rounding and mental math. We want to estimate 31 times 32. Remember, estimation is not an exact answer. The first thing we do is we have to round off the numbers to the nearest 10. 31 becomes 30. 32 also becomes 30. Now, when I use my mental math, all I have to do is think 3 times 3 is 9 as my basic fact. So when I go to 30 times 30, I use 9 and then I add the 2 zeros. So 31 times 32 is about 900. Always about. Let's look at another method. This method is using mental math with compatible numbers. Now, compatible numbers are any numbers that are easier to compute with mentally. Let's take a look at this one. Estimate the product of 24 times 28. Well, if I want to use compatible numbers, I either want to round these off or use numbers that are just close to them. So I look at this 24 and I think 25 is close to it, and I like working with 25s. When I see this 28, I think of rounding it off to 30 because that's pretty easy for me to do. All right, now I'm going to go 25 times 30, and that's how I want to get my answer. But to make this real easy, instead of 25 times 30, I'm going to use one of those tricks that we talked about earlier. I'm going to do 25 times 3, which gives us 75. Because I know when I multiply 25 times 3, I get 75, but let's not forget that 0. So now I get 750. So that's using compatible numbers and mental math. Let's try a couple. I'm going to do the first one using rounding. 26 times $79. Let's see, if I round 26 off, I look at the 2, I have a 6, it becomes 30. When I round off to 79, it becomes 80. So I actually have 30 times 80, or 3 times 8, which I know is 24. And I've got 2 zeros that I need to be putting back today. 2 zeros. 1, 2. So I put the 2 zeros on, and the answer becomes 24,000. And we're dealing with dollars. Now we're going to try one with compatible numbers. Remember, compatible numbers are any numbers that make things easier to work with. I think I still like working with 25 times 80. Okay. Now, this 80 is still a little bit big for me to work with. I wonder if I cut it in half. Now, I know that would give me 40. I think I can work with this 4. 25 times 4 equals 100. So 25 times 8 has to be 200. So 25 times 80 would have to be 2,000. So 26 times $79 is somewhere around 2,000. Either estimate is acceptable to get you to the right answer. All right, I want you to complete these 3 problems using any method you wish. Remember to show all of the steps. I need to see all of the steps or I won't give you credit. If you need to see the steps, rewind the video to the method you wish to use. Here are your 3 problems: 96 times 34, 47 times $39, 78 times 72. Here's the riddle. What did the little lobster get on his math test? A C+. I knew you'd like that one. All right, have a good one. We'll see you when you bring a paper up.